Hello everyone, today I'll be talking about the Insect Glaive and Longsword endgame builds. I really like Monster Hunter World and I enjoyed Iceborne a lot. I enjoyed the fact that they increased the drop rate by a huge margin. I've been getting really good items easily. I didn't have to farm for a lot of things. You can look at it from my time. I beat the game. I beat Iceborne and I got everything I want in about 30 hours. So that's extremely good in comparison to the base game where it was just tedious trying to get everything. Grinding is just not that fun. But another thing that I want to talk about is just the armor, layered armors. I was really disappointed that the layered armor, the one they told us they can use the armor as layers, and they didn't give us that choice. So I was really disappointed. So hopefully in the update they will give us that. But overall, I enjoyed Iceborne thoroughly, and it's a great addition. Probably one of the best DLCs to a game. With that out of the way, let's start talking about builds. Anyways, so let's start with my first build. My first one is, personally, it's my favorite one because everything worked in synergy. I call it a Blast Master. If you notice the element blast, this is an Insect Glaive, and look how much blast element it has, 560. That's a lot. And the reason why they call this a Blast Master is not just due to the element, the high element. It's also because this armor got the Aratian mail, which if you get 2 pieces, you get the critical status. The critical status, what it does is increase normal status effect damage when landing critical hits. So with that much blast damage, and with this, since I have 2 pieces, it just works fine. But you wonder why we chose these two, is because this one gives you critical eye, this one gives you free elemental ammo up. The cool thing is there's a hidden Insect Glaive from the iron ore. This is the main iron ore that has 360 blast and 2 slots plus a really good sharpness. You can even get purple if you notice. The other blast Insect Glaive is the Brachydois, I think. It's much worse than this. It has less attack points. It has similar blast, but has 1 slot, and yeah, and like it's just not as good. It's just very underwhelming. This is a hidden element. So why this works in synergy is because these two. This gives me free elemental 2 of them, right? And I had one decoration that gave me free elemental 1. So basically I have the full thing. And since this one has a hidden element for blast, it's the only one that has it. Every the iron ore weapons, they're special in a way where like you can get there's different for each weapon class. So, luckily for the Insect Glaive was blast, so it works perfectly. Anyhow, so let's go over the armor. I get 3 pieces of Teostra armor. These are the stats. Look at them real quick. And these are I get Master's Touch and Critical Eye. So with all the Critical Eye and Weakness Exploit and all that, I get plenty of critical hits, and that works in my favor for critical status. So yeah, this is certainly one of the funner setups. And you can see I got Exploited Charm right there. I put augmentation status effect up to increase my effect, and yeah, this is it. This is honestly my favorite. I get so many blast effects, it's not even funny. Yeah, this is it. Let's go to the next build. Let's go to the decorations before we go to the next build. This is the decorations that I have. You can pause it and just look at it. The next build that I have is it's a personal Insect Glaive. I'm not gonna talk as much for this one because it's straightforward. Got these pieces, and these pieces gave me all these stats. And these are the decorations. Before I go any further, I want to go back. So what I like about these pieces is that this is one of my favorite armor pieces. It has 4 level 4 slot and 2 level 2s. You can have, like, it's probably the best one in terms of efficiency. You cannot beat this because it works on almost every build. So yeah, if you're gonna aim for a certain equipment, make sure you get this, and it's extremely easy to get. You don't even need any special item from the monster you beat in order to get this. The other one is this one right here, because I was unlucky to get critical exploit, critical boost. I only have one. This one just works fine because it gives you 2 of them and plus a level 4. So yeah, this is the final boss's gauntlet. So yeah, this is that one. Okay, and these are the decorations. Next one. Oh yeah, before I go any further, this is a personal because it has 2 specialists, stun resistance and speed eating. I like having these skills. Having more survivability really goes a long way. Okay, the longsword version of this is exactly the same thing, except I'm using Valhazak weapons. Oh yeah, let's just do it in the longsword version. So Valhazak weapon is a really good weapon because, first of all, look how much attack points and dragon it has, and also has the good slots for decorations 3 and 2. So yeah, you get a lot of sharpness, a lot of dragon, and you even have Elder Steel in it. So you can never go wrong with this weapon. So I got both the Insect Glaive and the longsword. They're really similar. Just one is Insect Glaive, one is longsword. For some reason, the Insect Glaive has much more sharpness. But these are better weapons. Oh yeah, it makes sense because you have much more hits on this, so you need better sharpness. Anyways, so yeah, honestly, you shouldn't sleep on the Valhazak weapon. Try to get it, and it's gonna be worth it. The next build is longsword meta. It just uses the final weapon. Final weapon is extremely good. It has, you can use non-elemental, elementalist, or whatever you call it, I think. And with Master's Touch, you keep the purple really high. Look at the attack rating; it's really high too. You have 2 level 1s. These are the skill sets. The Eager Master's Touch. And you get all. I used all these decorations in order to get it. You can play around with it where you instead of using the speed eating, if you don't need it, you can use attack boost, something like that, and to get better attack. And instead of steadfast jewel +4, you can give something that increases your attack even further, or make your handicraft better, level 5, something like that. So yeah, you can tweak it a lot to make it into your liking. So that is that one. I mean, look at the fashion. I like this fashion. It's the Silver Knight leggings and the gauntlets with a brigade body and waist. And that's the Teostra helmet. It's just one of my favorite. Look at that. It just looks badass. Anyhow, oh yeah, before I go any further, I mean, the longsword just looks nice. It's not a bone longsword, which I really don't like. Okay, the next one is basically a copy of the one I just talked about, but the difference is that instead of Master's Touch, so you use Master's Touch here, you're getting Protective Polish. Notice how you have 3 level 3 speed sharpening, so it's basically a similar build. It just, you have use Protective Polish instead. And you know, I just like this. The reason I made it, I prefer Master's Touch, but the reason I made this is because it's also can do, but the fashion is just so much better. The Odigeron, the male Odigeron is just so good. Look at that. I like the scarf that he has. But yeah, let's go over this is what I have. Alright, decorations. These are the decorations. Okay. The reason I call it easy because you can get this fairly early instead. Unlike this one right here, where it's much more toward the end of the game. All right, now to where the complaints is gonna start happening. I really like the look of this armor. Unfortunately, the skill sets on this is just horrible. I mean, come on, what the hell? Look at this. Before I go over everything else, look at this. This is not bad. This is not bad either. Cook sheet is not bad. This one is the SHAREfactory armor piece, so don't even worry about that. I have to have this for more damage. I mean, but come on, this is so underwhelming. This is supposed to be... Okay, let me explain to why I'm disappointed. So this has one of the better set bonuses in the game, especially the critical element, which is really good, and Frostcraft. Frostcraft is very unique to this armor, and it's one of my favorite. The issue is with this is that critical element works with higher critical weapons, right? So the only critical skill that you have is critical draw, but critical draw only works with slower weapons like greatsword, you know. So I don't understand why would you have critical element and this, and then you don't have a lot of critical skills with it. It's just disappointing. I hope if they make a different version of Volcana, like an Arch Temper or whatever, they give it a much better skill set, because I really like the set bonus. I just don't like the skill set that they gave it. But yeah, this is it. And this is the decorations. Alright, I think last one is this one right here. This one is I enjoy this one because it's such a survival. It's a very survival build, and I'll explain to you why right now. So before I go over that, let's go over the armors. Still uses Valhazak. This is the armor sets that I used. Wait, let's go here. So you get all these skills right here. Look at that. You get all the survival skills you need. Stun, whatever, recovery, all of it is there. Well, oh, I forgot to do this, and I'll just do it right now. I just got this in a mission earlier. But I will change this. Where is it? Instead of this, I will put this one right here. This way I get free meal, which is much better. I like free meal. It fits this build perfect for survivability. So yeah, you got single thing you need. Look at that. I don't think, after I started using this, I beat every single boss. I've never lost once. You really can't lose in this, because you also get super recovery, and you get all these survivable skills. And you know, I personally think that you should never lose if you're using this. If you do lose, you're just a bad player. You know, plain and simple. But yeah, also look at the attack and element on this. It's really high. It doesn't take that much because the critical hits are still king in terms of damage, as much as critical, but it still takes a good amount. And if you're fighting someone who's weak against dragon, or weak against dragon, like elder dragons and everything, like you're always gonna make them stun them and get free hits on them. And you know, Elder Seal is because level 3, because I have this as well. It used to be midpoint Elder Seal, and this increases to high. But yeah, this is a good surviving skill set right here. But yeah, plus it's a unique. I like the armor setup. Wait, you know, I like it better when you don't have the headpiece. So we gotta do that. We gotta show you guys. Show hide. It just looks nice. Matches the aesthetic of Iceborne. But yeah, this is it. Thank you for watching. I really wanted to make this video because I haven't seen anyone make any Insect Glaive builds, good builds. Later on, if I play more, I'm probably gonna get Nergigante's weapon because it's just a better weapon than a lot of these weapons. But that's just for another day if I start playing it again. But for now, I think I've done everything, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Happy hunting and take care, everyone.